There we go. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Tonight is Monday, August 26th. Coach Abe, are you okay? Damn, that sounded like it hurt. All right. All right. I'm your host, Mr. Kevlar Treatumswell, joined with me, as always, the Kickstep King, Coach Abe, and Mr. Diamond Dirty D. Fellas, what it is, what it ain't, what up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though? Football season.
Baby. Week 0 in the books. Week 1 coming up.
Sir. Yes, sir. We will get into that in just a second. First, I've just got two stories to get into real quick this week before we move on to the main subjects. The first one, Nick Chubb, after suffering a terrible injury last season, will miss the first 4 games of this season. I know a lot of Cleveland fans were excited to get him back, but you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Fellas, what you got?
Another major injury to his knee. I feel like it was a dirty play by Mika Fitzpatrick. The hit that was put on by him to try to end that young man's career. But Nick Chubb is a warrior, man. He's one of those grinding out backs. If anybody, he might can fight through it. Will he be the same? I don't know, because I think he's on the other tier of his career. But interesting. I know he took less money and restructured his contract to stay with the Browns, which is probably what a lot of players would do in his situation.
Yeah, man. You definitely got to feel sorry for Chubb with multiple knee injuries. But still, when healthy, is one of the probably top 5 best backs in the league. When healthy, if he's healthy, his stats and his performance is never a question. Whether it's running or catching the ball, as D said, he is a little older, so I don't know if he'll be able to bounce back this time like he did the last time. However, for Cleveland's sake, I'm not sure if they still have. But I'm sure they signed a back. I need to see who else is on that depth chart. However, this is a time for Massage Watson them to step up. So I really want to see. He got all this ugly stuff out the way. He got some new weapons, so I'm interested to see how Cleveland does with and without Chubb.
Absolutely. I was talking to a Cleveland fan at the gym today, and he is excited to see Massage get back on the field, but he knows the injury is imminent. He knows it's just things are going to look good. He has so much hope that they're going to beat the Cowboys on opening night, which, sorry to tell you, but he knows that there's some bullshit right around the corner. Easier to say. All right, real quick, we're going to move on from that. CeeDee Lamb contract is done. It's in the books. I knew it. That man, come on. I don't know why anybody doubted it. 4-year extension, $136 million with $100 million guaranteed. Hey, what you got?
Congrats to CeeDee. One of the top, in my eyes. He up there, as far as I don't want to rate him wherever he is.
You're just not going to give him that number, You're not going to give him that. I'm giving him
do you want to name? You want to name?
He ain't number 3. Let me tell you.
See, I don't know about
that. Hey, top 5. This top. He's the top 5 receiver. Man. That's like.
All right. He's definitely top 5, so he definitely deserved to get his top 5 money. On the other end for Dallas, though, Parsons is looming. You're gonna pay Dak $60 million per year, so they got a couple of more questions they need to answer by the time this season over with. Hopefully, not when the season over.
D.
Now the question needs to be posed: which way y'all go? Far as Michael Parsons and Dak Prescott, a lot of Dallas fans are pointing that this might be the last year with Dak. I'm thinking Michael Parsons is going to be the one that's going to be the problem, meaning that he might want up out of there. He just, you know what I'm saying? You can tell his demeanor that he wants to be the face of a franchise. He'll never be a face in Dallas. It will not happen. Period. Period. But who do you pay? We knew this deal was gonna get done. It's just how Jerry does things. I think he's in the way of the franchise getting back to the heights that they supposed to get back to. They always, we haven't heard Super Bowl this year from none of your constituents, Mr. Kim. But this is where we at with it. And I think top five, yes. Did y'all need him before week one? Yes. This game against Cleveland will be a test coming out the gate because Cleveland does have a very physical defense. If y'all had to get this done because all the naysayers, the Dallas Cowboys would start 0-1, this will probably make CeeDee Lamb's money go up even further for him to get signed. So get him in there. I don't know how many snaps he's going to be able to get in as he's up ready because this is when we tend to see this. This is when the hamstrings, the ACLs, the Achilles injuries, not wishing nothing on the kid, but this is some of the stuff that transpires when you hold out. Go ahead.
And I mean,
yeah, no, you're right.
As far as the team aspect, right? They come. Well, I hope they do what they're supposed to do when you trying to set staples in your franchise and build dynasties. You pay your quarterback, you pay your receiver, you pay your pass rusher. Your old tackle somewhere right on your old tackle can be in before either one of them, but that's the ladder right there. Them 4 positions is what you gonna pay. So let's see what Dallas do. They get younger or do they pay?
I think Micah gets done somewhere in the first couple weeks of the season. And I think Dak is at the end of the season. Depending.
Smart
If they come out and bomb, we got CD for the next 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean?
And you're gonna get
They come out and bomb this season, and then they come in and bring a new face. I know I said last week like Quinn Ewers, just a name, just a Shador, whatever. Yeah, Shador, and you got a now veteran receiver that'll be. You can consider CD a veteran now. You have a veteran receiver who would be there to guide the youngster. So I don't know. It all depends. It's however it unfolds with this season.
I'm gonna say this. Dallas is losing their identity of who they are, in my opinion, because we don't know if y'all are running team, passing, physical defense. This is a make or break year for your franchise. As he like see, they passing now. Where they focal point has been running the ball, and is Zeke the starting running back?
Yep.
See,
I didn't. I love the fantasy of it, but I didn't agree with bringing Zeke back. Have y'all seen the videos of him running? Man looks old. He's moving like an old man. His legs are stiff. But he always kind of had that bow-legged wobble. So we'll see. All right, fellas. Well, as we know, college football is back. Week 0 just took place. And D, I was surprised that this was not the header, but the Seminoles got stung. They got swarmed. Man, oh man. First game of the season, live from Ireland, number 10 Florida State against unranked Georgia Tech. Now, before y'all go, let me tell you why I thought this was an important win. The entire offseason, Florida State fans have been crying. Oh, we should have gone to the playoffs. They even got some backlash because their ACC championship rings said 13-0. They didn't count their bowl game loss. Yeah, they didn't put that L on there, Abe. I'm telling you. So, anyways, I think losing to Georgia Tech. Now, look, Georgia Tech looked like a well-oiled machine out there at some points. Georgia Tech, to me, looked like they're gonna make a bowl game this year, and I could see another potential big dog in the ACC get upset by them. Yeah, but I just think FSU, all your fans, please exit stage left. You not that guy. Hey, go ahead.
I'm interested to see, because I don't even want to talk about Florida State. I'm interested to see the top 25 going into next week and where and if they put Tech in there. It's going to be interesting because you want to know now, was that a weak win? Was it if you know what I'm talking about, meaning is Florida State going to turn out to be ass, or which I don't think they are, or is Tech, playing with that emotion and seem to be as good as advertised? I do know one thing though, if Tech gets to rolling, man, them home games down there, it would gonna be awesome. And until you get to the last game of the regular season, I'm definitely a diehard Tech fan. But when it come down to the countdown, you know what's going on. And but that was a great win, man. Tech played with great emotion. I love what the coaching staff has done in turning them around. They definitely play a good brand of football, and at least it was good enough to whoop Florida State ass on Saturday. So shouts out to Tech. And I'm interested I really want to see where they're gonna put them at, where and if they put them in the rankings, and how far Florida State drops.
The quarterback situation with the Florida State Seminoles. You got DJU over there. This guy has been exposed.
DJ, you need a new job.
He's been exposed, and I'm gonna tell you, it's a team that exposed him approximately 2 years ago when they was putting a hype around him. It's that team with that G on Coach A's hat there, and we seen like they exposed him then, and he was on a Clemson team that still had talented players around him, and he couldn't read the defense. He ran from there, tried to run out to the easy Pac-12 last year when it was a wide open. Still couldn't do anything. And now y'all have hooked y'all carriage up to this guy to play at Florida State. He's not their guy. And arguably, Florida State still has some players around. By trade, we like the Bulldogs, and we care for Florida State because it was Florida State, Bobby Bowden, and so forth, and some of the players they had. Florida State goals is their quarterback goal. If Florida State does not have a good quarterback, I don't give a damn who else is around him or around there, it doesn't work. This guy is not their man, and I'm not taking nothing away from Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech stick with a game plan. They did not overshoot themselves. They ran the ball effectively. They passed when they needed to, and they have a great moxie, as they like to say, quarterback. If the game is close, Georgia Tech will mess around and pull it out and beat you. If you let that stuff and they don't turn the ball over, and they were tackling, the coach over there has done an excellent job in recruiting and getting his staple of what he wants to do at Georgia Tech. It's not a clear front runner. It would have been Florida State in the ACC. You got Miami and Florida play this week. Well, Miami is in the ACC. You got Clemson. By the grace of God, we'll get a mud hole stomped in their ass when they come down to our play field down there. Yeah. But
keep on subject.
We will. We're not talking to the game.
See, y'all you fucking up the whole flow of the show that I got going on. I got a whole list right here that I'm about to go into.
Oh, okay.
Stay on subject. Goddamn.
So I mean, I'm just looking at what the ACC has. You see what I'm saying? Who was they front runner? I think they were dropped from 10 down to probably 15.
Mm-mm.
You want them out?
Hang on, Abe. Here's my thing. After last year and all the fucking crying that they've been doing, I believe that the committee is going to try as long as they can to keep them in the top 25. I think the only way they dip out of the top 25 is if they lose 4 games.
Nah, you said out of the top 25.
Out of the top 25, they have to have lost 4 games. They're going to try as long as they can to keep them up there so the Florida State fans don't riot.
No, because it's the product that you see on the field. I
understand.
They're going to drop to 15, in my opinion. Georgia Tech will be cranked the top 25. And they probably start at probably 25, 20, because that's a big jump for them because they beat a top 10 team. That's on the resume. The problem will be if Georgia Tech keep winning, that's going to keep Florida State, you know what I'm saying, from drowning. You see what I'm saying? If Georgia Tech come out and, let's say Georgia Tech start on 1 and 2, they lose the next 2 games.
Yeah.
Now Florida State will start dropping for real. So you will see it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is what it is. They're going to lose some more games. Don't get it twisted.
And keep in mind, too, that you did get Mike Norvell. Is that his name?
Mike Norvell.
He did get some good-ass players out the portal. I don't think Jordan Travis originally went to Florida State, did he? I don't think Keon Coleman originally went to Florida State, did he? I'm not sure about Johnny, the 6'7" receiver, but some of their best players the last 2 or 3 years been transfers and not kids that they developed. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't say all, I said some. So, but I feel like they're gonna take a hit, this year because I feel like the ACC gonna be tough, and I'm not for sure the opponents that they added, the teams that they added to the ACC, because they did add some, right?
SMU. There's 2 others, I forget. They were nobody. The other 2, SMU was the biggest name.
Okay. Yes, but not it's Florida State really getting the taste of back to life, back to reality. Because Clemson ruled that conference for the past
10 years.
Yes. So Florida State was good last year. Did have some key injuries toward the end of the season that didn't get you didn't get to show what they had on the big stage, like for real, because that's their gripe. Everybody know that's their gripe. So I definitely feel like they're gonna lose some more games. And like I said, I want to see how Tech looks going forward. I'm not sure who they got next. I think it's a cupcake, but I feel like, man, they got some mojo working. They playing with a lot of swag, and when you get great athletes to go to Tech, that's big, man. You can get some 3s and 4s and 5 stars in the Tech, because Tech is not just no bullshit school where you can go through and major in damn.
Georgia Tech plays Georgia State this weekend. Now, Georgia State, we know, likes to upset some of these D1 colleges.
So true.
So that'll be interesting.
So true. That ATL matchup, I like that. That's a good and that game gonna be at ATL no matter what. It's probably at Tech, I'm sure. Yeah,
it's at Tech. All right, fellas. There are a couple of big games to start us out on week 1. That Florida State Georgia Tech game was pretty much the biggest game. I actually did tune in for that SMU Nevada game. It got a little chippy. Anyway, as Dee mentioned, at noon on Saturday here in Atlanta, Clemson and Georgia are gonna duke it out. Hey man, hey, what you got? You know who you're going with, but give me your picks here.
It's 7 o'clock here.
Oh,
Nah, it says noon right here, buddy. You better check
No,
ESPN, big dog.
they ain't playing in no damn. They not finna let that. That's prime time. But go ahead. Go ahead.
well, you know how I feel, man. Dabo has hurt Clemson by not messing with the portal. And now, granted, I know he can develop some guys. He has developed some guys, but we gonna whoop their ass, man. There's no questions about it. I'm not sure the score yet. I am excited to see what Bet gonna do out there, and how he sets himself up going forward for the NFL draft. Because he's possibly a top tier college quarterback. Just see how this year pan out. We got the run first offense, so. But I feel like last season he definitely flourished, and he a little more comfortable this year. So we got some good young talent. I can't wait to see KJ Bolden get out there. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. I might fire up the grill for that.
D, what you got?
Man, you already know, man. I appreciate the tight end for Clemson giving us some bulletin board material and talking junk, talking about we not the underdog and saying all this slick stuff out of his mouth. I appreciate that because we just been chilling. You really ain't heard nothing besides our Hellcat driving, and other than
Yeah, I've
that,
had that now.
but other than that, I think we chomping at the bit to get back on the field and take back what was ours that should have never left us. But it's okay. Clemson, this is not what you want. We don't know who your quarterback is, who is your main player.
Loving it back, right?
Yeah, I'm just talking. You know what I'm saying? Shipley finally graduated, so you know what I'm saying, he is not there. So, we'll see, and what I'm surprised is this is an interesting game for the arguably number one team in the nation. ACC versus ACC. So you'll see the dominance on the field. And I think Georgia, outside me being a fan of them, this team is loaded from top to bottom. It's not too much of a drop off as years past where we lost the receiver. Some went on kind of cuckoo and haywire. Georgia is 3 and 4 running backs deep. Georgia is 5 and 6 wide receivers deep. They got 3 talented tight ends, linemen across the board. NFL line on both sides of the ball, defense and offensively. The linebackers down that they said was an Achilles last year, they have gotten better. You know what I'm saying? They got a game, and the secondary is unbelievable. You don't even have to even question that. You got all that around. So you will see interesting. I don't have a score, but I see Kirby making the statement to show everybody we the number one team in the land. And
Give me the Georgia Bulldogs, 45-13.
That's nice shit you got on, Kev. I like that.
Kev, by the way, we will have a mascot here next week. Hopefully, the mascot will be here, and you will be able to see the mascot live next week. Hopefully, everything work out like it's supposed to. You have already seen pictures of it. I think I seen 8, but the mascot will be here hopefully next week. But yes, we I can't even look at the screen. It's fine.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our guy right here, man. And you know what? This is blasphemy because you should not have this on.
Where'd you get, Kev? Where'd you get that shirt, Kev? You went and bought that?
No, I've had it for a while. I had to buy one because I went to a Georgia game.
Oh, okay.
I bought it years ago. I had to dig it out of the closet, but I can't go for Clemson. I can't go for Clemson.
Okay, so wait a minute. Are you a closet?
I was just about to say it looked
absolutely
good.
Not.
Balls.
It look good on you.
Here it is, shades and everything. You look just like a college co-ed with that on, sir. You like you attend school. You like we can see you down there walking around the strip.
He look like the strip coach guy, man.
I'm telling you, Red beard himself.
Oh, all right, all right. Another big game we got going on, fellas. Miami and Florida. Now, we talked about Florida having this ridiculous schedule. I believe they play either 7 or 8 ranked teams. Miami being one of them. Now, as we know, preseason, none of the rankings really mean shit until we see what they put on the field. But, Florida plays, I think it was like every Florida college except for one. It's like there's only like 1 or 2 major Florida colleges that they don't play. But another ACC versus SEC matchup. Fellas, tell me how you're feeling.
I like Florida, man. I'm not really sure of what Miami has or what they have had since down Dorsey or damn.
Back when they was doing coke.
Wait a minute, Cam. Is Cam Ward or the guy that transferred from Washington State? He's the quarterback now.
Okay, he did. I was just about to say I know they had a transfer at QB. But
Yes.
I mean Miami's just still so middle of the pack, man. And I'm really about to say Florida is too. But I really want to see how they come out. They got some sneaky good athletes. A guy that I coached, Jaden Ball, he plays running back there, number 13. But like I said, man, Miami ain't showed me nothing. They showed me something maybe 1 or 2 years ago when they jumped out there and was maybe 5-0 or whatever it was, and then you went. So bring back the U, man. Bring back some good football at the U, because right now, if Florida don't save them down there, Florida ain't got shit. They ain't got nothing.
Remember, they got upset by Georgia Tech as well last year.
In the whole damn state.
They got upset by Georgia Tech because they didn't down the damn football. So
they ran with 12 seconds left and fumbled.
Yes, yeah, they lost it more than Tech won it.
D, what you see?
I'm gonna go against what they even saying. I believe Miami will beat Florida. I don't like the Gators. Even though I'm an SEC man, I try to go the Gators. I don't think the Gators. Who is the quarterback? Outside of the
what's his name? Grant.
Outside of the young man who Eddie mentioned, who he coached. Now they did have a highly talented quarterback that came in. I want to say the number 1 dual threat quarterback coming into Florida, but with the Cam addition down there, quarterback, this was some of their Achilles heel at Miami. It's put up a shutout time, Hurricane, and ain't been to you in a. Well, I'm gonna say this: they ain't won nothing in the ACC since the Big East demise. So all you Hurricane fans, Mr. Skip, all y'all who do all this stuff, I don't care. You ain't won yet.
Get Skip ass on here.
So, it's just what it is. TJ, if you can't get him on the phone, it's because since they've been in the ACC, they have been an afterthought. The U ain't been Uing in a long time. I mean,
the U ain't U'd in forever.
I mean, Sean Taylor is turning over in his grave. You know what I'm saying? Frank Gore, Clinton Porter's going to jail for fraud, and you know what I'm saying? Ray Lewis, killer Ray Lewis, as people like to say around these parts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't, all these Warren Sapp walking around here, a 55-year-old man with a mohawk. We don't know what's going on here. You know, so it is what it is. They're not what they were. They used to be. They were a prominent university that was putting in damn near 10 athletes in the NFL for a period of 2001 all the way possibly to 2005. Yeah, that's the last time the U was U, if you want to say that. They won a championship, and who knows when, or even an ACC championship with the likes of Boston College, Duke, Wake Forest, who are these other teams? NC State, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Clemson and Florida State, Georgia Tech. This is a basketball university, conference. They ain't won nothing. So, hey, we will see. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm picking them to beat Florida. I think it'll be a competitive game, 21-24, something like that. I don't see nobody blowing the door, and a lot of miscues will happen in this game because the coaching is terrible, in my opinion.
Also, I want to see the DB who transferred from Colorado. He's at Florida. So I'm interested to see if he gonna get out there. What is he gonna just put up a shut up time for him because he ain't even played the college down yet. So he played some time at Colorado last year. I'm sorry, but it was just a lot of controversy. He left. He was crying. He said he was getting bullied, all this and that. But I'm interested to see how he bounces back and if he's better at the house with him being from Florida.
There you go. All right, man. Another, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to throw this in there. Y'all ain't got to speak on it, but Notre Dame is playing Texas A&M. USC is playing LSU. Now, the LSU and USC game is going to be on Sunday at 7:30, but there is a Monday night game. Boston College versus Florida State. So we get to see how Florida State's going to bounce back as they get another ACC opponent right out the gate. Now, one thing you can always count on is these ACC teams, when they play each other, they play pretty hard. I mean, just like the SEC. But if Florida State comes out 0-2, you got to be out of the top 25, right?
Yeah. If you're losing a opponent, but go back to that other game. Background. Go back to that
USC and LSU on Sunday night.
Yes. So, from my understanding, USC was trying to back out this game. Am I right or wrong about hearing it? It was reports that USC. USC was trying to back out of this game against LSU for some odd reason. They were trying to figure out why Lincoln Riley is trying to avoid Kelly down there, Brian Kelly. I don't know what is the underlying thing in this. LSU is going to be a little physical. It's going to be a physical game. I don't know what they think this is. This is a Las Vegas bowl. That they are opening bowl down in Las Vegas. They are playing, which I like to see these neutral site games because it brings revenue and you get to see these kids play and they get to experience an NFL stadium because I think they playing in the Death Star down there. So you get to see them play. I'm interested in that game right there, kid. I really am because it is if it's gonna be very interesting.
They're playing that game in the Sphere?
Nah.
No, in the Death Star.
Oakland Stadium or the Raiders. My bad. Yeah. Okay. Like damn, because UFC 306 they're doing in the Sphere.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. All right. You want to touch Abe on this LSU USC game?
Just want to see how both of these teams come back out to the opener with losing their starting QB high in the draft. Always getting somebody new on the center is definitely an adjustment, especially when you put the live bullets in the gun. So I want to see how LSU and USC's quarterbacks handle the pressure of being thrown in the fire.
Absolutely. Cool. All right. Well, Deion Sanders is in the news once again. This time for telling an athlete not to talk to a reporter. Basically, having the school ban anybody with Colorado from talking to this reporter because Deion basically didn't like the rhetoric that this guy put out. Now he did this. Matter of fact, Paul Finebaum had some words about it. Abe, I know you had some words for it as well.
That's too much deeper stuff going on, man. To not transfer the damn wins. You haven't even earned the right to criticize people whose jobs are to criticize and write about you, sir. So you gotta have thick skin, man. And I guarantee you that if y'all was winning, you wouldn't be worried about that. You wouldn't be, bro. I know this. You see what I'm saying? So just another thing I've been talking about him for weeks. I slip him in every now and then where he is just being a headache, bro, a diva. And a coworker said something to me today on the whole topic because he's a Dion guy, older guy who got to watch him in college and all that. So he really likes him and he can do no wrong in his eyes. Um, he told me that just trust in Prime, and I can't, bro. I can't. Your ass ain't produced nothing for me to, and for you to. It's not warranted for you to have all these demands with the media. It's their jobs. That if you were winning, bro, they'll be talking about you. I mean, you wouldn't be concerned about what they saying about you. And you got your players in there now. You got you some coaches. So I want to see. I don't want to see you talking. I don't want to. I don't want no. I don't want no smack talking anymore once these games kick off, bro. And like I said, my coworker was saying he trying to take the pressure off of the team and put it on himself with his antics. Well, if that's what y'all want to call it. So I just want to see all this transfer into some wins, man. And you got your players, you got you some NFL coaches over there, where NFL players that are coaches. And that don't mean it's going to always transfer to them being a good coach because they played in the league. I'm watching Brandon Jacobs. He was a little league coach, and they was ass. And he's winning running back. You feel what I'm saying? So just because it's you played in the league doesn't mean it transfers to coaching kids or even players at a lower level or the same level as you. So I just want to see you win, bros. Just stop all the extra stuff, and just give me a chance to talk good about the Colorado program. What's up,
Well,
Skip?
Welcome to the show, the mouth of the South, Mr. Skip.
Don't you know it? Don't you know it? Boy, you getting the Dion, ain't you?
well,
Now we've been talking about Dion for a few weeks now.
Okay, but I want to dispute. No, I want to dispel some of the stuff you said because what you said is accurate. Everything you said is accurate. But when the media blasts people for no reason, when the media jumps on the kid's back, 17, 18, 19 years old that can't handle this pressure, the same critics, us, podcasters, sportscasters, nobody says nothing. So now that this man is going to bat, like you said, your coworker said, trying to pull the pressure on him, to relieve some of the issues that the kids may have, people like you, me, us, podcasters, sportscasters, news reporters will take any little slip of the tongue and flip it. You want to translate into wins, but everybody knows it takes time to win. He's been there 2 years. This is his second year. What we expect him to win? 10 games? It's not realistic. The way he's going about it is what he's doing. He's blazing a trail. So either it's going to work or it's going to fail horribly. But what we want, the armchair quarterbacks, us, is him to win right away. That's not realistic. Nick Saban can't leave Alabama and go to Colorado and win 10 games in 2 years. And he's a 10 times better coach than Dion. So the expectations that he has on him is unrealistic from anybody's viewpoint. He went to Jackson State, HBCU. It's a lower tier league. Sure. Yeah, they still got some all-world players there that probably don't get exposure, don't get the exposure, don't have the grades, and they have to go there and like what Cam had the grades, but Cam messed up, went to a JUCO, came back, to a NCAA Division I school, won a championship. the talent is there. So for us to say just win, and I say us because I'm part of this, for us to say we just want that to translate into wins, it's not realistic. What we want you to do is keep improving. Keep them kids graduating. Teach them kids how to be men, like what we expect as a parent now, not as an armchair quarterback. If I send my son there, I expect him to learn the game. I expect him to excel at the game, but I also don't want his schoolwork to falter. Deion's graduation rate is one of the highest in the nation, coming from an HBCU where I think 95% of his kids graduated, or were on course or on course track to graduate. So we're overlooking the big picture.
Well, Skip, let me ask you this. Do you think that him putting himself in the news and some of the things he says maybe puts that higher expectation on him because of the way he talks about it? The way, he walks around like he's already a 10-win program.
Yes.
He walks around like he's already, big dog on campus. So
yes.
When you have that mantra behind you, you kind of – you're saying that the expectations you have are already up here, or that you've already met up here. So now what everybody else is putting on you is going to be up here.
Exactly. And that's why he's being the loud guy in the room. Talk to me. Talk about me. Make me the news. I'm a winner. You can't dispel that. You can't call me a loser in no level of the game. You can't call me a loser in baseball. Because you know how many people don't get to the majors, that don't play in the World Series and the Super Bowl in the same year? So they can't call him a loser. So I get what he's doing. I understand what I think he's trying to do, and we're just assuming. But the pressure is going to be on the kids if he's a Nick Saban, Bill Belichick, who really don't talk. The pressure goes to the players now. All the players are going to have to answer questions. Why is Deion so quiet? What's going on with coach? Did y'all piss him off? Did y'all not do something? Did somebody miss class? So now make it about me. I can handle the pressure. Make me the pincushion. I get it. So we want to transfer to what we want. We want to change the narrative. His narrative is come at me and watch my kids play. We might lose, but watch them. Just watch. It's going to take some time. Y'all think it's supposed to be overnight, like Jackson State was. I ain't gonna say it was a fluke, but it was a fluke. You went to Jackson State. Yeah, you went to Jackson State and you brought your son there, and I'm froze. My screen is frozen. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. I just couldn't see.
Okay, well, I'm gonna talk till they kick off. I don't know what's going on. But the Jackson State thing was a fluke of the highest level, because when he started winning, he just kept winning and kept improving, and everything he touched was gold. And everybody expects that. They expected him to go to Colorado. He won the first game, and oh God, I could see 7 games. They won 4. You see what I'm saying? So everything takes time, and we're just overlooking the obvious stuff, to try to find fault, and that's our problem. We never look at the good and everything. We always look at the negative and try to highlight it. But my opinion.
They even go on that, Kev, and Skip. Thank you for coming on, Skip.
Yes,
the thing that Finebaum was discussing was in Deion's contract is stating that he can pick and choose the reporters and do not report negative press. All summer long, we've heard when the Exodus program started with some of these kids transferring out, we started hearing all this diva type atmosphere, this rock and roll type atmosphere, this hip hop type atmosphere with the kids. We've heard more stuff in-house than we've heard on the field play. And it was kind of disturbing to me to know that Deion had this in his contract, because I think you would want that reporter to ask the tough questions and not just sugarcoat over what's going on and why is it that it's taking what's going on with the offensive line play. If you're not getting pressure from the defensive line, we all can sit here and watch and see what the lack of talent that the team has. They were small up front. They got players on the outside, just like an HBCU team would be. They have the speed and the talented positions, but in the trenches, they were very small. As you see, Shador he was the most hit quarterback in the NCAA last year. So it's just interesting. They play Thursday night. We'll get to see the show, as they would say, and whatever. And we'll see what happens. Do we have a 6-win team here? Do they go bold this year? That's what I'll be concerned about, improving. Because next year is when the foolish is really going to start.
Mm-hmm.
Where Shador, Shiloh, and Travis Hunter is going to the league. So when they leave, you will see what type of recruiter you is. You should be able to get. You have not had a top 5 class in recruiting.
He's not going to have that.
You're winning in the transfer portal. Now that y'all have moved from the Pac-12, now you're back into the Big 12. When you're back in the conference that you came from, you might be able to win that conference. I don't think you're gonna get it this year. Hopefully you improve from a 4-win season. Now last year, barring injury to Travis Hunter, you could have got 6 wins. And then we really would have the hype machine by it. You got revenue up there in Colorado. You don't think they like the money coming in, but all the extra they don't.
But no, hold on. You said a lot there. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah,
Just can't see you.
You said a lot there. The rock and roll atmosphere is what Deion is who he is. They expected that. They knew that was coming. When Deion went to Jackson State, he brought them 5-10 endorsements. Nike, Cadillac, a whole bunch of endorsements. And then he put his own money into the campus, the college. So when the league talk about the rock and roll atmosphere, that's to be expected. Everybody and their mama wanted to go up there and talk to somebody at Colorado. Now, if they mean rock and roll atmosphere like, it was rap music booming and it wasn't no football being played, nobody said that. They just said about the atmosphere. And see, this is what I just said about us harping on the wrong things. Those kids didn't say nothing negative about the football program. All he said was a rock and roll atmosphere. It was hip-hop this and hip-hop that. What do you think when he brought his son, both his sons, all 3 of his sons actually, his daughter, Travis Hunter, all these guys are in the news every day. So the atmosphere is going to be rowdy and whatever. So if they had said something about, well, we were there and no football was being taught, or we didn't get enough practice, or we couldn't understand the concept, then we got something to talk about. But just to say rock and roll atmosphere? No, man, come on now. That's what's wrong with the reporter. That's why I think he's glad that he gets to pick and choose who interviews him, because some of the questions are just bullshit ass questions to try to make somebody mad or try to push a button. And that's not what it should be about. Correct?
True.
I can agree with that. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, fellas.
Hold. Excuse me, Greg. We got him here. This young man called you, sir. He wanted me to get you on here because what's going on down here? What is the report? What is the report, Skip? You got from the bottom in 305.
Hang on. Before we do that,
hold on. I can't see it. I'm gonna log off and come back on.
That's what I'm gonna tell him. Log off and come back before we get into that.
Okay, go ahead, Redbeard. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's not gonna be a.
No, sir. You gave me a name. You gave me a name that nobody knows. You just made up me a nickname. My nickname is right there. You gave me extra. So Redbeard is fine. It's okay. You're Redbeard. It's fine.
It is brown, sir.
We know that, but we know it's brown. It's a joke, sir.
It's the reflection of the shirt. Anyways, I was just gonna add while we're waiting on Skip that it still says he's back here. Colorado opens up with North Dakota State, so should be a cupcake that I say should be. You gotta.
You never know in these games. North Dakota State has put 2 quarterbacks in the league, so you never know what might transpire. With Deion's team going out there, hopefully they matured, hopefully a whole lot compared to when they was going on the field for pregame.
Oh, they got to go out there.
No, I'm just saying in general. You know how
we got the skill.
You know how they are when they go to pregame and to walk around the stadium and the people coming in and should do out there with all this jewelry on and that stuff and so forth. That's all.
Okay.
All right, D. Back to what you were asking, Mr. Skip down here.
Okay. I got to skip off the gaming world because the Kickstep King over here want to know what's the feel and the vibe of the youth. They got Florida this weekend, and how do you feel? You know, me and you, we've talked about this, that Miami ain't being shit since they got to the ACC. So are we yawing or are we doing this? What we got going?
We always yawn. We always yawn. A true fan never does that. See, because
Okay.
I never say, fuck the Hurricanes. Say that. I might say, fuck the coach. Never hear me say, fuck the Hurricane. I ain't no Hurricane fan no more because that's not a true fan, first and foremost. So I never, wow, I ain't even mimic it. It's always this way. Anyway, realistically, 8, maybe 9 games. But my prediction is we're going to beat Florida, and we're going to beat Florida State. After that, we can go 2-10. I don't give a damn. As a Hurricane fan, the object is to beat Florida State and to beat the Gators. That's it.
That's fair.
But realistically, I'm hoping 8-9 games. If we win 9 games and beat Florida and Florida State, we gonna be mentioned for the playoffs.
Y'all would definitely be at least top 15 if that's the case.
If we beat Florida State, and Florida State's a good team. Being a sports analyst, well, as good as I am, but being somebody that knows sports, Florida State had no reason. The game shouldn't even been close. They got a quarterback back there look like me. He can't throw a 10-yard slant. And if you go deep, he might throw it in the stands. That's the problem. The defense, Georgia Tech had no business doing what they did. They just didn't. Florida State they got a monster defense. And I don't like nothing about them. But let's look at, like Nick Saban said before the game, it's all world defense over there. They finna blow them out. And lo and behold, you got out there, start lollygagging, and the engine started, that momentum engine. And ain't nothing you can do to stop that. But hope it died down and your momentum is building up. And sure as shit, third quarter, nobody scored, 14-14. Georgia Tech come out and go, 7-8 yards or some stuff like that there? Florida State, 4 plays down the field and score. I was like, oh, it's over. Georgia Tech didn't quit. So, if we beat Florida State, we're going to beat Florida. I just don't see us losing.
I'm going to add one more in there for you, Skip. That if y'all beat, Florida, I don't think Florida, because of the schedule that they have, is going to be, I know for Miami fans, that's a win, but I don't think in the grand scheme of things it will do too much. I think you beat Florida State and Clemson, you're in the playoffs.
It's Clemson, right?
As long as you have that 8-9, as long as you get that 8-9 wins that you called, you have a win over Florida State and Clemson, I think you're almost guaranteed.
Well, I need the U to win the ACC first.
Well, that's the goal. Yeah, for the regular season, that's always the goal. But we've seen teams that didn't win their conference championship win playoff, win national championships. So if we set our goals low, which we should be because we haven't done anything. But I'm not going to settle for winning the ACC. That's not what I'm settling for. I feel like our mojo comes from dominating home. When we was on that streak of the Steve Spurrier taking Florida off Miami's schedule, period, because we used to beat them up and hurt them, and Florida State didn't stand a chance outside of the wide rights where they should have won the game. Our ego and attitude was, boys gonna take a Nebraska or Washington. You remember they was the powerhouses outside of the South then to come and beat us. Alabama beat us in the national championship game. That's what our goals were. Those types of teams. Now you said win the ACC championship. I'm saying no. Let's start out by winning 8 games. Let's get 8 games. Let's get in the habit of winning 8, and everything else will come after that. Because the attitude will be, man, we should have won. We should have won 10. What if we did this? What if we did that? And now the can-do attitude will just start like a snowball. Mm-hmm. So I don't set my goals at the ACC championship because in the grand scheme of things, it don't mean nothing.
Gotcha.
All right, fellas. We are going to move into our last subject of the night, and it's going to be picks. Yes, we are going to do the picks. SEC winner. Let's go national championship. ACC.
Damn, SEC. What? SEC.
I'm gonna throw a curveball. Now, Skip, you missed it earlier in the show. I had on some Georgia attire because I was giving Georgia the win over Clemson this weekend. You know I can't pick the Tigers.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna pull Texas as a long shot.
You know what you'll never see? It's me wear another college outside.
I'm guessing you in some Florida shit. It's okay.
Period.
It's okay.
He will. Skipper will something if there's a bet involved.
If it's a bet and I lost, yeah.
Yeah, he will do that.
Yeah, but no, man, I'm a U fan. I got 5 teams: University of Miami, Atlanta Braves, 49ers, the Lakers, and who am I missing? Basketball, base. Oh, yeah, the Braves. That's it.
You said
I don't have no second teams. I don't have no. I'm from Florida, so I like the Heat. No, I like the Hurricanes, 49ers, the Braves, the Lakers, and that's 5, ain't it? Yeah.
Miami,
Basketball, Lakers, football, the 49ers, baseball, the Braves, college football. Okay. Anyway.
Well, sir, I am the host of a sports podcast here, and I like to keep these two guys on their toes up here. They never know what I might turn up in. Yeah, man, I'm picking Texas as a long shot for the SEC.
Why? Just cause you can't pick South Carolina?
Yes.
Oh, you might as well have picked South Carolina.
You got to. I don't know why you would do that.
Because I'm looking at it. I try to be unbiased when I'm doing these selections here. South Carolina, Skip, exactly like you just said. I'm fine. We need 8 wins. Get me 8 wins, and we can go from there.
Just do it.
Well,
so I'm unbiased in this. Give me Texas.
Did you have one of those new teams on your schedule? Does South Carolina have one of those new teams on their schedule?
Buddy, we play at Oklahoma and at Texas.
Okay, we will continue on. Let's move on from that.
Yeah.
Well, you did.
And at Bama.
You didn't. I know you said ACC and SEC. You do have the Big Ten and so forth, the power conferences that we do have to discuss. But I will start with that. You want to get to that or what you want? Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. But Georgia, of course, and I'm going on the limb that Georgia will go undefeated through the regular season. I do believe that. Now, if everybody don't know, it's a change in the conference. Now it's not an East and a West, so it's the top 2 teams that's going. So Georgia might end up playing one of the teams they played in the regular season again in the SEC championship. The ACC is a toss-up to me. I agree with Skip. Skip's team has got a chance to win. I don't believe in Clemson at all. I think it's over with, and I think the ACC is up for grabs. With an NC State being still talented. You got a North Carolina team that is talented. We don't know what Georgia Tech bringing to the table now, because now they look like it's going to be a dog fight down there on the flats across the street from the varsity. So this ain't going to be just no cakewalk. I think they trying to put up a shit up. Florida State is on the decline from what we see. But that's those in the South for what we got going on. You want me to keep going, Kev, with the other
Keep going.
Okay, the Big 12 up there, with them infusing what they got, I don't think Oregon and USC will see the physical play of what the Big 12 is. I still think Ohio State will win it, but Oregon will give
Big
a trump.
10. That's the
Big 10. I'm sorry, sir. I think Oregon will be there at the end, but I think it's Ohio State and Oregon, the 2 fight, because Michigan has lost too much. And the Big 12. Now, the Big 12 with Texas and Oklahoma. Texas and Oklahoma leaving for the SEC. You have the TCUs of the world, the Texas Techs of the world that'll be vying to try to win it, and Dion them. I don't think Dion them will win it, but that's a toss-up. And of course, I forgot ACC. They have been infused with some of the Pac-12 teams. You got California, Stanford coming over, SMU coming over into the division. So this is going to be a real interesting college as we go to, as I predicted, a 4-conference superpower. Well, go ahead, y'all.
Give me Georgia ACC. Give me Tech ACC.
Mm.
Give me Oregon Big 10. Give me West Virginia Big 12.
West Virginia.
This man read my mind.
Wow.
With the exception of Georgia Tech. And y'all better fall off the mountain. And y'all better run out of gas, man. Y'all have shot y'all shot. How people say it? Y'all have shot y'all shot.
Shot your load. Well, Skip, Skip, I am gonna say Georgia Tech. The only thing I disagreed with you on is you said they had no business doing that. Georgia Tech ain't doing that triple option bullshit no more. I think they look like at times that they had a well-oiled machine that they can roll. The rambling wreck ain't so much of a wreck no more. They ready to ramble on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but we're still looking at what they have. Look at the talent they have. Everybody played to the best of their abilities this past weekend. No team does that. Alabama has, like Miami used to have, they have All-Americans on the bench. So they get tired, they're subbing in an All-American. Georgia Tech played out of their minds. And I'm not saying this to insult them, but if they can keep that level of play, they go undefeated. Think about this now. I was looking at our schedule. You know who the hardest team on our schedule this year? It's Florida State. Let me show y'all. Let me read the schedule, man. Who we play? Miami.
They got him at the end.
No, yeah, it's always the last game. Well, it's the second to last game. Duke is our last game. We got Duke, Florida State, Louisville, California, Virginia Tech, South Florida, Ball State, Florida A&M, and Florida Gators.
That's a cupcake.
You damn right.
Y'all should.
Again,
by all means, y'all should win.
We should win 10 games and maybe lose to Florida State because it's a possibility. In my opinion, that's really the only challenge we got. But I'm still giving the fact that we got young kids still learn the system that still think they're in high school. When they start getting their teeth rattled and start getting concussed and hit hard, and the smallest dude stand up in your face and look you in the face and you ain't going to do nothing and show you, that's when you realize you done made it. Because being a big fish in a small pond, coming to a big ocean where you really got to prove yourself, that's where the cream of the crop starts to rise. And that's why I say Georgia Tech shot their load. Dog, no, they never got beat. Now, there was a couple of times where receiver got behind them, but the quarterback garbage. You get what I'm saying? So they played hell of ball, man, all three areas. And I don't think they can do that the whole season. I just don't.
I see it. I see it.
I don't know how you thought West Virginia 8, but I was thinking about the Mountaineers, man. That's a good pick. Of course, I want Ohio State and Georgia Tech. Stop it. Stop. You see, stop it. Just stop. I want to say Miami, but I'm gonna be realistic. If we beat Florida State, Miami wins the ACC. And I say if because again, everything is a coin flip. If and when we beat Florida State, we win ACC championship. If we don't win ACC. That's just it. SEC, of course, the Bulldogs, garbage ball, but anyway. but yeah, that's me being realistic about it. Who was this Georgia play up for good teams and usually it's lackluster against smaller opponents? They beat Georgia State convincingly. Man, Georgia State ain't no better than Doug. he said Georgia State. Georgia State is
I would say this though, that Georgia State, Georgia Tech game is very interesting because of the city. Because they are putting a lot of money into Georgia State, as you know, with First Lady over there being employed. Yeah.
Of
So
course.
that's where that come in. And I like the fact that Georgia Tech is playing Georgia State. You need to see that a little bit more.
Mhm. But the Bulldogs need to play them too.
I
Just
want to
like
answer both.
Florida State and Miami play.
I
Georgia
want to
Tech,
answer
Georgia
both
State.
questions.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to answer both questions. Yes, Oregon or Ohio State. Both. Ryan Day is quietly on the hot seat, sir.
I agree.
Um,
I agree.
Only because of his Michigan losses, but I agree.
But that's the
he
coach, though.
just had some.
That's the coach, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And at
Okay.
Ohio State, you got to beat Michigan. He's lost 3 years in a row now.
Now
Chip
that may
Kelly
come differently now that Harbaugh is gone, as well as some of their great players. But you got Oregon coming in, you got USC coming in. They might not be the USC of old, but just imagine Ohio State having to go out there to play, or it's different now. Adding some new opponents, and I feel like Oregon with what they had last year and what they still have, because they do got a former Georgia coach out there. He knows how to recruit some big, strong, physical players and develop them. I feel like Oregon, yes, Oregon.
You know what? I'm gonna go against you with that. I like Michigan, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, they lost some superstars, but does that mean they didn't have capable players on the bench?
No,
just because Harbaugh's gone, don't mean they just gonna flip flop that system.
Yeah, they're
gonna come in with a whole brand new system. Just watch Michigan work now. We're gonna see these not journeymen. What's the word I'm looking for? These blue collar quarterbacks now. They're gonna have a quarterback coming in that's got a strong arm that was under the radar, and he's gonna have a big game. And next thing you know, he's gonna be up for the Heisman. Not Michigan, but just in general. We're starting to see blue collar quarterbacks, and I think that's what Michigan got. Because I heard they got a boy that can throw the football 75 yards flat footed. That's what I heard.
Well, I mean, the only thing I'm gonna disagree on that with, Skip, is Michigan lost, I think, the most players out of any school to the draft. They had like 18 folks get drafted.
You know how many?
And of course, we're in the day and age of transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that what's his name? Kellen DeVore, when he left Washington, he took a bunch of players to Alabama. And I know he also got some Michigan players to transfer to Bama. So I just think that Michigan might be a shell of what it was.
We'll see. It's yet to be seen.
Now we know they are going to recruit well. We know Harbaugh was good at that. But again, we're in the day and age of, your coach leaves, they jump ship. And it's easy to leave now.
They didn't jump ship at Alabama.
Shit. You lie.
Who?
Bama lost some players. Because I know three players came to South Carolina.
Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
Caleb Downs left and went to Ohio State. The quarterback, the backup 5-star quarterback, left, and he's at Ohio State. They got a running back that left and went to
5-star. They lost that many 5-star players?
Yes.
Two defensive tackles came to Gamecocks.
The wide receivers, 2 wide receivers got the hell on. They lost some folks here.
Okay, my bad.
Okay. I see Alabama as a 2, maybe 3 loss team this year, if not more. I just don't think Kellen DeVore, with the people he brought with him, are going to be prepared for the SEC, because I've always said Michigan, with Harbaugh running it, outside of the SEC, is a team that's built like an SEC team. Outside of the SEC, Michigan is the most SEC of a team you will see. And when Washington got to see that after in their conference, they put up, those games are 45-48 final scores. When you came up against an SEC-like defense, I'm not going to say they got exposed, but they didn't adjust well. So I'm curious to see how Kellen DeVore is going to adjust to an SEC defense.
The answer both question, no, he's not. He's a freshman. He's not starting. Al Nolan's not starting up there at Ohio State right now.
Nolan, that's the young boy from
Langston.
I thought he was going
Also-
to USC.
No, that's Juju.
That's
is gone.
Juju out of Carrollton.
Juju.
Now, Abe, are you really picking West Virginia over Utah?
Yes.
I am.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
That was
When he said it, that's why I started laughing. Like, damn, he reading my mind. I really am.
You're picking West Virginia too.
You pick Texas?
Okay. All right. You're right. Goddamn.
Why?
Because the only way Texas does it is if they beat the Bulldogs.
That's
They
what
say-
Hold up, B. Hold up, Skip. It seems to no, I'm on Kev. It seems to me like this is not even about South Carolina winning or Texas winning. It's about a certain team losing to Kev. That's what it seems like.
It's me being an unbiased sportscaster. I'm telling you, I think this is the year that Georgia will lose some regular season games.
How many?
At least, one, but I want them. I'm thinking two.
To who?
Look at the schedule.
I'm thinking one to Texas.
Man, please.
Oh, you tripping.
I'm pulling up the schedule now.
Sir.
Hey, we got look. I'm tripping, but again, y'all just picked two people. Just picked West Virginia.
He pulling up the schedule.
I'm pulling up the schedule now.
There's nothing wrong with them picking West Virginia in
So
that.
then what's wrong against picking about Georgia, D? Because y'all like them?
You picked a powerhouse to lose 2 games?
Wait, hold on, Kev. Comparing what they're picking West Virginia, you picking Texas is totally off the left field. Think about what you just said. Don't worry about Georgia. Texas got a hell of a fast schedule they got to play.
It's okay.
That's one
It's
thing
okay.
about
I'm thinking
Georgia.
Texas.
You know, Texas lost a lot out of anybody. Texas lost a lot here.
I'm picking Texas, D.
I'm glad you are, but that's disrespectful to all your Gamecock.
I'm giving y'all a loss to Texas.
You will have that moonshine that you got over there in that damn garage. So ain't no way in the damn that you think that Texas is gonna win the SEC. And
It's disrespectful to be realistic about my program. I'm not gonna come out here and say, yeah, we gonna win the SEC. No, man. I'm cool with 8-9 wins. That's
That ain't gonna happen.
We went 5-6 last season.
That's fine, Kim. That's fine.
Listen,
Go ahead.
Georgia schedule. Clemson the first game, then Tennessee Tech, then Kentucky, then Alabama. We all agree they'll shelter themselves. Then Auburn, then Mississippi State, then Texas, then Florida, then Ole Miss. And you said they're gonna lose 2 games in that schedule?
I'm thinking 2 games.
2. Who's the second game?
I told you Texas. I'm gonna throw either Ole Miss.
Boy, stop.
I'm gonna throw either Ole Miss or a slip up to Auburn.
I can see the slip up to Auburn. I can see that one. But Texas, no. I can see you saying Clemson and Auburn before you say Texas in any scenario.
Let's skip. They tend to like to play
Clemson.
They tend to like to play with their food when they go down there to play Auburn and Auburn. But Auburn is coming to the house. So I ain't even worried about that. Auburn ain't got no quarterback worth of
Georgia plays with their food no matter who they're playing.
This is a whole different monster, sir.
Oh, this is a whole different team.
I'm telling you.
See what I'm saying?
It's a whole different monster.
South Carolina got a whole different team. I'm realistic.
Watch this.
Y'all on this high horse for the last 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say you want to knock us down. You want to knock us down.
Let's watch this.
Massachusetts and Georgia Tech. I forgot about them 3. Massachusetts. I ain't know they had a football team.
And what's funny is, Kev, you're picking a team that's coming into a conference that has never seen the physicality of this. Skip, what is Texas first game really in the SEC? Who they play?
Texas?
Do they play Alabama again? Are they starting off with Alabama again down there? Or they coming to Alabama? Because see, they might be an afterthought.
I'm gonna go down. They beat them in T-time last year.
Say what now?
Colorado
Oh,
State,
didn't Oklahoma
Michigan.
come to the SEC? Didn't Oklahoma
Yes.
Oklahoma's
Yes.
their first SEC game. Here's their schedule: Colorado State, Michigan, UTSA, UL Monroe, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Georgia, Vanderbilt, and Florida.
Watch this. They might have two
Arkansas,
losses.
Kentucky, and then Texas A&M.
They might
Oh,
have
they're
two
going, who don't play?
losses. Cam, they
I'm
might
sorry?
have two losses before they get to Georgia.
If they have two losses, right, and they're the number 2 team in the SEC, who do they play? What game are they going to? Okay.
Which side? They're on the east side or the west side of the SEC?
That's over with. This is one.
No, it's just top 2
It's just
teams.
one now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
I can't
2
see them being
teams.
number 2 in the SEC. I can't see that.
It's look. It's I said it when I made the pick. Long shot. I'm taking Texas as a long shot.
No
Rewind
problem.
the tape if you would like.
No problem.
Boy, if they win, ooh wee.
They ain't damn winning, Skip. They not.
I'm just saying. Look.
Georgia Tech,
All right.
They gonna win.
Amen. All right, Skip, man. Since you're here, give me your last take.
Oh man. Oh wow. My last take. Prime time, Deion Sanders. We need to, like my grandma used to tell me, son, hurry up and wait. We need to do all of the looking and watching and hoping and nut grabbing, squeezing, whatever you want to call it, hoping he lose or hoping he win because you're either with him or you're against him. But let the man do what he was hired to do. Let those kids learn his system. Let them play. So his antics, his hoorah, whatever, picking his reporters, all of that to me is the folk. He's shifting the folk. He's controlling the narrative, and we're looking over what he's attempting to do because we're looking for something negative to bash it. Let's get a man a chance, man. I say, if he was at your school, who's ever college, y'all wouldn't be saying this. You'd be saying, yeah, but that's just outside talk. It's a hip hop environment. What they expect? Classical music, So yeah, man, get a man a chance, man. And Battle for the Rings, September the 15th. I give away these at my car show, September the 15th. Battle for the Rings, guys. Y'all don't forget it. I mean, if you don't come, you're gonna hear about it. Yes, sir.
There you go.
I appreciate everybody for tuning in this week. Week 0 in the books. Like I said, man, week 1 coming up. Excited to see a lot of the kids that I either coached or coached against coming up playing college ball, college football, man. It's a great time. It's going to take my mind out of the NFL for a little bit for these next 2 weeks. And I'm just excited to see all these kickoff games, excited to see my dogs, real proud of Tech. And, just looking forward to a great college football and just football season period. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Mr. Skip, for being Johnny on the spot, being able to get on when I made the call. Football season upon us. Mr. Skip will be showing his face on certain weeks when I get him on when it's a pivotal game and we need his expertise of what he brings to the table and his opinion. I really appreciate you being available for us. And again, it's football season. This is what we live for. This is what we like, college football down here in the South. And we've seen some great high school games also. Shout out to Coach A and his team that they get ready to play in the Cam Newton Classic this weekend coming up. We will see who their opponent will be. And we should have, hopefully we can go down to Carrollton. I'll see what we got going on this weekend as the Carrollton Trojans play against Rome Wolves. That'll be an interesting matchup. But again, go Dogs.
All right.
Y'all see me over there, right? Y'all see me, right?
Bo said he want a Boston Celtics ring. Can you get it for him?
Yeah, you can find them at the dollar store. These are the 4 rings the past 4 years I've given away.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 5.
Sunday. That's a Sunday, right?
Yes, sir.
Sunday, September 15th.
From 1 to 6. Flyers posted everywhere.
Boom, boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. Mr. Skip, thank you for being able to jump on here. As Dee said, with football season ramping up, we will be seeing more of you.
Yes.
Hey, man, great show, fellas. To everybody at home, God willing, we will be back next Monday, same time, same place. Please make sure that the beer is cold as you sit on the couch and watch football. And when you get hungry, make sure the wings are lemon pepper, baby. We are.
That's it.